Okay, so we're going to be working on those different things today.
All right, sounds good.
I can't smile because it looks like I like my job then. Stop it!
Oh, I love it. Let's do it together. This prom dress and turned it into this beautiful cape.
The School District of Superior presents Salute to Service, Class of 2023.
I've known Carol for at least 10 years. We used to work at Northern Lights Elementary together back when I taught first grade there. And I just remember meeting Carol, and she was friendly. She always had a smile on her face. We would strike up casual conversation. We will have students that visit her that like to see her a lot. And I've talked to her about it before, and I'll say, Carol, I know that student's gone to see you, many times in your office, and she never minds. She always tells me that if she feels they need that extra layer of support and kindness and attention from her, she's always willing to do it, even if it's a little bit beyond a medical need. Carol has impacted our school, our staff, students and families in a really positive way. She's had to, I'm going to say trudge her way through COVID, which was challenging for everyone. She did it willingly. There's no manual for that, and Carol got through it really well. She would work with staff in the best way that she could, and she always takes really good care of the students. I just want to say thank you to Carol because she's worked so hard in our district.
Kerry started at Great Lakes, I believe, in the fall of 2016. We were very lucky to get a teacher coming over from Bryant of Kerry's quality. I've known Kerry probably a little bit before she worked here, just from some other district professional development and things like that. I always have known that Kerry is a highly respected teacher, and just was so lucky to have the opportunity to work with her the past several years. I enjoy her because when it's time to get down to business, Kerry gets down to business, and that's the same thing in her classroom. But she also does have a great sense of humor, and I'm able to joke around with her in the hallways or even in the classroom from time to time. So she's wonderful. She builds such great relationships with the students. When she came over here, she just brought so much to our building, really helped us firm up some math instructional things, and really helped our building make some great strides in terms of getting kids to those higher levels of achievement. I can't thank Kerry enough for everything she's done for Great Lakes. Kerry, best wishes. I wish you the best. I can't believe you're finally hanging it up. You've meant so much to Great Lakes, and I hope that you'll get a chance to slow down, enjoy your family, and just have a great retirement.
Corey amazed me all year. The connections that he has with the students, he is able to remember students that he had in the past many years ago. He knows each student by name, just greets them at the door. It's really powerful. So Corey unfortunately had a couple knee surgeries this year, so he was out for a while and then came back after his first knee surgery, left again and then came back. And the first time that he returned back to Cooper, he walked through the cafeteria and kids were cheering so loud. They were so excited to see him come back. So it almost like made you choke up a little bit on how excited they got to see him. He is one of the funniest people I have ever met. But it was the day after he got back from his first knee surgery, and I was walking across the bridge at Cooper, and I happened to look down at the gym, and he was doing jumping jacks. And I remember I cringed because I was like, oh my gosh, you just got a new knee. But he was just all in with the kids again, which was really fun to see. Really, it's a loss for Cooper. He is really a part of the heart and soul of Cooper, and just really loved by all teachers and staff throughout the building and the kids. Hoping he'll come back and visit as much as he can.
Dawn has impacted the school in a number of ways. I remember traveling to the RTI Institute out in Denver, Colorado a number of years ago, and Dawn was with our teacher group and has come back here and really helped us put some better practices in to help kids with higher levels of achievement in math and in reading. I met Dawn when I started here, so about the fall of 2014. Always known her as a person that puts kids as number one, runs a great classroom. It's a great place for kids. It's been an honor and a privilege knowing her for 9+ years now. I consider Dawn not just a wonderful colleague, but also a lifetime friend. Dawn, you've earned it. I hope you find some time to slow down a little bit and get into some of your other areas that you're passionate about.
We actually have a personal relationship outside of school. We've gone berry picking last year for honeyberries, which was a new experience for me. We talk outside of school quite frequently, but in the building, I visit her pretty much daily, if not multiple times during the day. So we're really good about supporting each other, and we've had a fun relationship. We've shared jokes and things like that. I do remember that COVID year we taught together, which was the first time I ever taught with Deb as a team. So that was exciting. We had this issue where kids were struggling to get their work in. And so we came up with this pizza party idea. And it was actually a lot of fun because she had a great idea and we were going with it and we were passing out little pizza pieces and they earned a drink and dessert and we had this fun little activity and the kids loved it and it was just so fun for us. We're gonna miss Deb. She is just such a unique person in our building, being that she's in our library. She's been there for 7 years. She and I have done lots of different projects with students. I know she works hard with all of the kids in our building, and expertise she has is going to be missed by a lot of people.
I have known Cheri since I was hired here at Superior High School, which was 14 years ago. She was like at my wedding and I was at her daughter's wedding, and like our lives are very closely entwined because we are spending a lot of time together. I don't really even know what our theater program would be without Cheri, so I'm glad that she is here, still planning on it. She has definitely reduced her role a little bit because she's retiring, and so she wasn't with us in the fall. And it was noticeable that she wasn't here. I had really good people working with me, but having Cheri's like just awesome energy and comedic timing and just like really creative mind is just so special and important to our program and to me. You know, she's still friends with kids who graduated 10 years ago. She still connects with kids. She's like the stage mom, and like when kids are having a rough day, she's the kind of person who sees that and is like, oh, I'm gonna give you a hug now because I'm gonna be your stage mom now. And she gives kids hugs, and I am really excited for her to be able to retire and spend more time at like the YMCA, and then she can spend more time here with me doing costumes and theater stuff. So she will have, and I also know that she's looking forward to being able to do theater stuff like outside of our school too, and I think that will allow her to have more time to do that.
I don't know how long I've known Lauri. She's been with me, I feel like, forever. We started working together when in the old library when we were in the circle, and she was with me there for a while before we came up here. Her job has changed and she has learned so much. We've had tons of fun. Probably the biggest thing we've been through is moving the library and all of the physical labor and craziness of moving from the old space to the new space. We lean on each other for all sorts of stuff. She is my go-to for everything around this place. She helps train in everybody new that comes through. I just know that I can always count on her. It is going to be such a huge loss to not have her around. She just has this great way of connecting with kids. She knows when a kid needs something, whether it's a snack or somebody to talk to or somebody to tell a story to, whatever, she knows, and she connects with those kids. And then on the flip side, she is like handles all of our laptop stuff and just like she is on top of everything. It's just fantastic. I just want her to go have fun and be a grandma.
I was working for Gillette Children's Hospital. They had a clinic in Duluth, and Linda was one of the first speech therapists from a school that would come with like a student that we had in common. And when a position opened up here, she told me about it, and she and I worked together on augmentative communication. We worked together for getting assistive technology for the district. We worked together on writing a grant for autism training and services in the district. So I feel like my whole career here has been with Linda. We tease each other and we say like, she's one half of our brain. So when she retires, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have half a brain is kind of how I feel. She always calls me her her roomie because we share an office together, but we are friends, like outside of school too. Some of the most fun that we have is when she shares her stories about what little people say to her, because she works primarily with 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. So it's just some of the things that the kids say to her, they're just a hoot, and she's sassy enough back to them where it's just really cute. She's meant everything to me in a lot of ways. She's been with me at like the best. We've had the most fun. She's been with me when I've been going through some of the hardest things I could go through. Linda's always been there. She's the first one to help. Other than I'm really gonna miss her, but I know that I'll still have her in my life, so I'm happy that I've made a really good friend, a friend for life.
Patty Kay has been here for 23 plus years. Patty's always got this smile on her face. She loves to see her kids. She's worked in more than one school, but for the time that I've worked with her, for the last 8 years, she's been at the middle school. She's just super welcoming to our kids, to new staff. When there's a new staff that comes aboard, I quit asking who they needed to go work with or who they needed to train with, because the answer was always, well, Patty Kay will take them. Patty Kay, again, is just super welcoming to all students and all staff. She's patient, welcoming, dependable. She feels guilty when she takes a day off. I have to remind her that she has sick time or that she needs to take it, and it's there for a reason. She will cover anybody else's shift. She will help out anybody else. She's just really pleasant. They've kind of nicknamed her at the middle school, Laverne and Shirley. I don't know which one she is, but somebody else is always the Laverne to her Shirley or the Shirley to her Laverne. She's just always up for a laugh and to make somebody feel good and have a good day. Those positive attitudes every single day are super hard to replace. And Patty has left us already and has already come back for 2 days a week through the end of the school year. She will officially retire at the end of the year. She wanted to leave us in January, and I think it was hard for her to separate from us and hard for us to separate from her. So we're kind of taking the Band-Aid off slowly, if that says anything. Patty's been a great part of this team, and she's going to be missed. We wish her nothing but the best.
I've known Rick for 10 years now. He's been here since I started. I would say his dedication, commitment, and his heart is everything. That's who makes Rick. He's a hard worker, and he's very committed to this district. He's got a lot of historic knowledge, a lot of knowledge of our building systems and our district as a whole. And he brings that forward with the commitment that is unparalleled in the department. The first thing that comes to my mind when I think of Rick is he's always there. He's always there. Anytime it's needed, he's out doing what needs to be done and it's taken care of. But he's got a great sense of humor. He's always got a one-liner that he'll throw out there that just makes everybody laugh, and having fun at work and getting the job done is always great. It was really nice seeing him grow. More recently, when I started 10 years ago, he was an engineer at a elementary, and he worked his way up, took over the high school during the referendum, so he was a big part of seeing that facility built under his charge, and then he grew into the district position, and it was well suited for someone like him, and he'll be missed.
My relationship with Ron is that he is a really great friend. Ron is someone who can always count on and someone who will always be there. A lot of Ron and my relationship is built off sports. Ron truly cared about LSC. He cared about all of the students and all of the staff here. That was evident through the things Ron did. Ron spent a lot of his own personal time coming back and volunteering for our family nights. Even after retiring, Ron came back and was part of our trunk or treat here at LSC. Ron was always here for you if you needed it. He was here for the students. He was here for the staff. You came in the summer and you were cleaning out your room. Ron was there with a garbage can, with a dolly, whatever you needed. Always active in our cafeteria, helping kids open countless numbers of milk jugs and food packages. And while he was doing that, he was always teaching the kids as well. I can still hear Ron saying pinch, pinch, pull as he's showing kids how to open their milk or their food package. Ron, we've missed you here at Lake Superior, and we wish you well in your retirement.
Susan Klobuchar. She started in '99 and she's been here for over 23 years. She was never afraid to reach out if there's any sort of problems that needed to be set right. If there's something broken that they might not be aware of, reaching out, letting them know. When I started, we were I tried to set up a stop arm camera program, and it's funny to find out she already had one of her own. She had her own camera and she was taking the footage and she was editing it and sharing it when needed if someone was riding a stop sign. So she took it very seriously, and you could tell just in how happy the kids were when they're getting off the bus. Just interacting with the public, the parents, they will always ask about how Sue is doing. We actually had a bus driver just started last year, and Susan was his bus driver, and he was excited to actually learn with her. She kept an immaculate bus, and she kept the kids they're happy, entertained, and they arrived at school ready to learn. I hope she goes off into the sunset, and I know we'll be seeing her around, but enjoy life after the district.
I worked with her for over 8 years. She got along great with all the students and staff. She really cared about the kids. She was very motivated, a self-starter, wasn't afraid to just jump right in if something needed to be done. Like her memories of like working with like the really low functioning kids and stuff, and just the bonds that she had with those kids, it's really special. She was a great coworker to have. Like I said, she got along with everyone. Just, very positive attitude, very motivated, hard worker. Sharon, I enjoyed working with you, and gonna miss having you around, but good luck in the future.
When I first think of Shelby, I think about how much she cares for our team and her willingness to just help others and help anybody on our team. She knows every single one of our 35 plus staff. As they come and they go, she spends time with them every day. She helps them through any issues, any trouble she has. She's very patient when it comes to dealing with our staff and with her director. She does a lot of things with our parents. We used to get a lot of phone calls, and her and I have talked through some of these phone calls when parents aren't always so happy with how they see our program runs. And 9 times out of 10, by the end of the conversation, Shelby can win this parent over, and she takes the opportunity to listen. She's a very good listener, to maybe educate them, tell them how our program works, and then to make sure that the parent knows that this student is supported and that we are here for them. Shelby is ready to retire. She's tried to do it a couple of times, and I don't want to say I've talked her into staying, but it didn't always feel right. I think she's ready to leave us. She's taught me a lot. I think she's going to be hard to replace. Her willingness to help people and to learn and to change and to do just whatever it takes to support our kids and our staff. So she's going to be greatly missed, and I know she knows that because I tell her that on a regular basis. She has this way about her where she can remind me to do things that I've said I'm going to do, and she holds me accountable, where it doesn't feel like she's nagging me or telling me what to do. And I think that's her best quality, and it just keeps us focused, and we're able to support our staff that way. She is going to be dearly missed.